Hello everyone, this is Alec here again with Petrie's Family Games, doing another pre-release box opening of the newest set, Keldheim, Land of Vikings and Snow. This is our second box that we're going to be opening. We got a really good first box, and so as long as we get anything close to that, I'm going to be a happy camper. But before we get started, do want to let you know you can get pre-release kits from Cameron here at Petrie's. They're going to be $20, and you're also going to get a prize pack on top of that. So you're going to get 7 packs, plus your promo card and a spin down die for $20 through the end of pre-release week. That is a steal. Definitely get here and grab one of those. I think the price on that per pack works out to be even better than a box. But speaking of boxes, we will have those available as well through the end of pre-release week. These are going to be $104, and then after that, they're going to go up to $115 for the box. As far as events go, we do have Magic here. We have Commander Night on Tuesdays. We might be doing something special with Keldheim here. We'll see. And then on Fridays, for Friday Night Magic, every odd Friday of the month is going to be limited. Every even Friday is constructed. And then if there's a 5th Friday, that one is going to be Commander. So get down here to play some Magic. But for now, we are going to open up this box here. Should have been smart and pre-opened it, but alas, what can you do? You can tear a box open. Maybe. I have not the strength of the Viking warriors of Keldheim. There we go. Even a thin sheet of plastic can stop me. Apparently it will. Alright. Let us get things going here. Alright, got our new Planeswalker here, Tyvar Kell, an elf Planeswalker from Keldheim. We didn't see one of him in the first box, though we did see 2 copies, I believe, of his brother, who is the King of the Elves. And start things off with my favorite token from the set, the Dwarf Berserker. Dwarves are awesome. They're my favorite tribe. One of my favorite tribes in Magic. I play a lot of tribes, but dwarves are awesome. Alright, got our double snow land. Got a foil way down, and oh yeah, well we'll start with a giant and a way to make it cost less. We got a Quakebringer. This can deal damage from the graveyard as long as you have a giant in play. That's awesome. That's a really good start for this box here. Gonna keep our sagas and lands going. Won't talk too much about all of the mechanics in the set since we did that in the first video. We're just gonna try to keep this box moving. Alright, a reminder card, Snow Forest. Ooh, and if you ever wanted to play a red counter spell, well now you can with Tybalt's Trickery. This just counters a spell, mills your opponent for just a little bit, and then they are going to flip cards until they hit another non-land, and they're going to cast that, as long as it has a different name for the first spell. So you could be getting something far worse, so make sure you save this for something you really don't want them to have. Alright, and we have the uncommon that brings poison back. That might be a little dangerous, so we'll see how that works in Limited, if you can poison people to death. Because it's quite possible. Just run everything that has Death Touch, and there you go. Alright, got us Elf Warrior, another Woodland Chasm, Foil Shepherd of the Cosmos, that looks cool, and Showdown of the Skulls. So in Magic parlance, this is Battle of the Bands. That's just cool. If you need a Battle of the Bands, Showdown of the Skulls is where you want to be. Alright. Alright, a few tokens we still didn't see from the first set. There's 23 tokens in this set. So it might be hard to find them all. We'll see what we can do, though. Alright, we got a Realm Walker. This is the same as the Buy a Box promo, except this one is not a full art foil, which you will get one of these for buying a box of Keldheim. But this is the regular one from the set, the Realm Walker. Lets you cast creatures off the top of your library as long as they are the creature type of your choice that you name when it enters the battlefield. Alright, oh, cool. Alright, hey, you want a Death Touch guy? And a cool alternate frame? Of course you do. So we will have one of those here for you until someone snags it. Alright. We got a bird. I think this is made by one of the mythics in the set, I believe. And we have Herald that unites the elves. So reanimate an elf, put a counter on all of them, and then when your elves attack, they're going to start making your opponent's creatures smaller, at least until the end of the turn. Alright, got a lot of snow creatures, which is just really cool to see anytime they do an alternate frame, almost all the time. It looks really cool. The starry ones from Theros, the frost ones here, the alternate frames, they're just knocking it out of the park over there at Wizards with these. Alright, we have Blessings of the Frost. That's right, there are some snow sorceries in this set, and you want as much snow mana as you can when you cast these, and you will get a bonus. Alright. Keep it moving. And we got another Dwarf Berserker, which is good. There's a common in the set that makes 2 of these guys, so maybe grab 2 if you care about that. Alright, we have a... Ooh, oh man. Not excited about this. Excited about this. We've got a double-faced god with a dolphin? Yep, that looks like a dolphin. Somehow above the water. Not gonna ask. And on the other side, what people are lovingly calling Bodie McBoatface. So, got a friend of mine, he wants to build an all-boats deck, and so he now has an awesome commander, which he will just play as a boat. But it grabs you lands and cards, and lets you steal your opponent's lands. It's a pretty cool card, and in an alternate frame nonetheless. Alright. Let's keep it moving. I thought that was going to be another one of those cool blue mythic changelings from the last box, but not this time. Alright, got an island. Well, hey everyone, here's another god. We'll go 2 for 2, alternate frames. Here is the version of Thor, and here is his hammer, Toralf. And he wants you to do excess damage to, when you hit your creatures or planeswalkers with excess damage, he's going to deal that damage to any other permanent, or any other target other than the permanent. So if you Blasphemous Act, you can send all that excess damage right to their face, and probably win the game. Because that's a lot of damage flying around. Whew, yeah, I bet that commander deck is real spicy. Probably a lot of board wipes for a lot of damage. Star of Extinction, which deals 20 to all creatures. That's probably a really good win con, too. Probably kill people a few times over. Alright, we got a Swamp and a Demon. This is the one that gives all your non-foretell cards a foretell for 2 less than their regular casting cost. But then you can foretell them. And that is really, really cool, especially if you're playing any decks where you want low cards in hand, or if you're going to wheel, and okay, well, let's foretell everything, and then wheel and draw back up to 7. That seems like a pretty good plan. Got a foretell token here, got a Highland Forest, Poison the Cup, and probably one of the most interesting cards in the set, Mystic Reflection. You choose a non-legendary creature. The next time 1 or more creatures, or planeswalkers, an opponent enters the battlefield this turn, they enter as copies of the chosen creature. So hey, someone has a 2/2, and they're trying to play the new Tybalt? Nah, you play this. That Tybalt is now a 2/2. That seems awesome. Or if you're ever doing anything where you're making a ton of tokens at one time, you could even choose, you know, a 3/3 with vanilla abilities. If you're going to make 5 1/1s, well, now they're 3/3s. Then that seems really awesome. Really, really good card. Very, very versatile, too. You can do a lot with that to help yourself or to really mess up what your opponents are trying to do. Each of those are going to be awesome ways to move forward. Alright, let's keep chugging here. Snow-covered mountain. Hey! Actually, this is our first pathway this box, and we only got 1 pathway in the last box. Granted, there's only 4, but here's the black on one side and green on the other. So, very, very good card. Yeah, really good to pick up too, especially for commander players if you're playing multicolor, and it's really hard to afford some of those more expensive lands. And so some things like these, great budget options. If you have any way to bounce them back to your hand, if you need to reset it later for a different color, there's really easy and cheap ways to do that. Alright. Ooh, we've got the Tyrite Sanctum. So this will let you turn a legendary creature into a god and put a counter on it, and then you can sack this land and you put an indestructible counter on target god. So this screams commander. For me, it screams Muldrotha, because then you can just get this card back after you've sacrificed it to, you know, if you need to protect Muldrotha again, because sometimes indestructible isn't quite enough to protect things and really keep them around. It usually is, but, you know, exile and bouncing things totally happens, and you don't want all that mana to go to waste if you can help it. Alright. Let us keep working here. Got another Zombie Berserker. Has a really old style to the art. Looks like, you know, this card could have come out, you know, 20 years ago, and you're like, yeah, you know, that makes sense. It's just got like an old kind of art style to it. Alright, and we got a Cyclone Summoner. When he enters, if you cast it from your hand, you bounce all permanents except for lands, giants, and wizards. And I've got a giants deck and a wizards deck, so we might be needing to grab some of him. Got us another rune. Also, it's really weird in this set seeing elf cards in black. That's just, it's all, I mean, I guess they've done it before when they were in Lorwyn. There were elves in black, but it's just been so long since we've been there. It's weird. It's like, hey, these are normally only in green and barely anything else. Well, not in this set. Got a cool spirit token here, and an icy tunnel, foil strategic planning, and a rally the ranks. So this will buff whatever creature type you pick, give them +1/+1. I believe there was an old card that did that too, called Shared Triumph, but it buffed everything of that type. This one is just yours, which is probably what you want anyway. Alright, let's keep working along. Got another spirit token. Got a Snow Forest, and a Rise of the Dread Marn. It's 2 and a black, an instant, or you can foretell it for a black, which is really good. You make X 2/2 black zombie berserker creature tokens, where X is the number of non-token creatures that died this turn. Man, with foretell, this is such great insurance when a board wipe's going to happen. You don't even have to be zombies. If you're just a deck that has lots of creatures, this is really, really good for just to have insurance, like I said. Alright, and then we got our Selesnya Legend here in the cool alternate frame. Alright, let's keep it going. Got another zombie berserker with hey, that Rise of the Dread Marn. There you go. I guess the Dread Marn is like the zombie horde here on Keldheim. Also, this guy's axes totally aren't connected. Those are like pieces of axe. That's weird, but you know, he's dead, and I'm complaining that his axe looks weird. So, you know, shows you where my priorities are. Alright, got another land. I got a foil Rune of Flight, and Battle for Bredegard. It makes a human, and then an elf, and then you choose any number of artifact and or creature tokens with different names, and you make a token copy of them. Which they're already tokens anyway, but you could choose, you know, treasure, and an elf, and a human, and get double those, which seems pretty good. But you can't just double, you know, if you have 20 treasure tokens, this will not make you 40. Only one of each name, so no cheating. Alright. And Kaya's Onslaught, we now know that that is her fighting Vorinclex, the Phyrexian Raider. How did he get here on Keldheim? What is he doing? We don't know yet. And they have been releasing the story in little articles at a time on the Wizards website, so definitely check that out. I believe they've got at least 2 out there now, so again, definitely check those out if you want to know more about the lore and what all these characters are doing here on Keldheim. They will tell you. Oh, wow. This is a nice one. So we got promo right here, or extended art, alternate art for the blue and green pathway here. That's cool. Tide Channel pathway. Very Exodus here on this card with the parting of the waters and there being a bunch of boats on the inside. That's cool. And then this is the troll here, the one who makes the snow artifacts and then digs from your top 4. That seems really cool. He is very vicious looking on this side, as a troll would be, as you would expect. Very cool. Again, it's nice to see these are really easy to find. These cool alternate frame cards. Alright, let's keep going. Got another Volatile Fjord. I'll say it every time because it's an awesome name. And a Righteous Valkyrie gets you life gain when you play Angels or Clerics, and if you have 7 life more than your starting total, all your creatures get +2/+2. And that's a 3-mana, 2/4 flyer. That by itself is really good in Limited. And you get life gain on top of it. And if you have a lot more life, it's an Anthem. That's really good, especially in Angel decks or Clerics. It's also a Cleric, the Angel Cleric. So very good card right there for many a format, I would say. Alright. Still some tokens I'm hoping to see. I'm hoping to see giants. I'm hoping to see cats. Hoping to see changelings. There's a dragon kicking around here somewhere. Hopefully we'll find him. Well, that's a cat. Not the one I was looking for, but a foil cat anyway. And we got Raven's Warning. This is the one that makes the 1/1 blue birds. I think one of the mythics does it as well. But it also cares about cards outside the game. So for you standard players, for things pulling from your sideboard, or I guess Modern too as well. Plenty of other formats, I suppose, that have sideboards. It'll start grabbing things from it. Alright. Keep moving. Alright, man, there's so many tokens. I wish we wouldn't see as many of these ad cards. They were all tokens, but can't always get what you want there. Alright, got another Elven War Master. So if you need your old elf, who looks kind of like Gandalf, but an elf swordmaster, here you are. It exists now. Alright. Also really good because when your elves enter, he's going to make more elves for you, and then he's going to anthem your elves and give them Death Touch. I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure that won't be a problem. Alright, another Dwarf Berserker here. A Snow Island, and hey, new Planeswalker from the set. Nico Aris, I believe? Makes shard tokens. We haven't seen any of those yet. They're kind of like clues, if you remember those from last time we were in Innistrad. But they're enchantment tokens, and you pay 2 and sack it, and then you will scry 1 and draw a card. So technically better than a clue, although it's an enchantment instead of an artifact, and maybe that artifact typing is relevant. So yeah, you make shard tokens, he'll bounce creatures back to your hand, and then he can deal damage to tapped creatures for each card you've drawn this turn. So interesting things there on that Planeswalker. Our first Planeswalker that we've opened, actually, because we haven't seen Tybalt or Tyvar or Kaya yet. So, but then again, we still have many a pack to go. So let's see if we can rustle up some more Planeswalkers here. Got another Human Warrior, the Glacial Floodplain, and a Maskwood Nexus. This seems like a fun card. All your creatures are every creature type for every creature you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. So they are all that type all the time, and then you can pay 3 and tap this to make a 2/2 Shapeshifter token with Changeling, which also means it is every type. So if you're playing a tribal deck and there's not quite enough of your tribe, this will make more of them for you. So that's really awesome. And then we've got Herald, King of Skemfar. So this is our Elf King here in the uncommon slot in a cool alternate frame. Alright. Keep moving. Hey, there's that shard token that Nico makes, that Planeswalker we just saw. That is really cool. Presumably he has some kind of shard magic. I don't know what that is exactly, but here they are. And, alright, we got something exciting here. Ooh, alternate frame Battle Mammoth. It's a 5-mana 6/5 trample, which is already really good. And then when one of your permanents becomes a target of a spell or an ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. Also really good. And it has Foretell for 4. Also really, really good. This coming down on turn 4, yeah, not looking forward to that. Not looking forward to that at all. That's going to be really, really powerful. I think they did that with the Mythics in this set. All of the Mythics, there's a chance for them to have the alternate art. So that is really, really cool, just to have some more ways that those can show up and look really, really cool. Alright, got another reminder card. Rimewood Falls. A Skemfar Avenger. It's weird that I don't expect, one, to see Elf Berserkers at all. And then, yeah, just to see non-green elves is still weird. They're really good, though. When your elves or berserkers die, you draw a card and lose a life. So, because elves need more card draw, that is a problem that they have. No, it's not. I promise it's not. They have enough card draw. Because they're in green most of the time. So unless you're building mono black elves, which I suppose you could do now, I suppose you could definitely support that deck type if you want. Alright, let's keep moving here. Sulphurous Mine and Bears of Litjara. Makes 2/2 shapeshifters, and then any shapeshifters you control can become 4/4s, which are bigger than bears. So that is a thing. But also turns things into bears, and that's awesome. Alright. That's any number of shapeshifters, by the way, so if you're just rocking around a lot of these guys, turning them into 4/4s seems pretty good. Alright, another Dwarf Berserker. Snow-covered forest. Foil Snow-covered forest. Ooh, and a very exciting one here, Birgi, God of Storytelling. She is really busted. So she is a 3-mana 3/3, and whenever you cast a spell, you add red. And until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end, and your creatures you control can boast twice rather than once during your turn. You don't care about that second line of text. That first line, yeah, red for all your spells. So your 0-mana spells, get you a red. Your 1-mana spells, pay for themselves. Really, really, really good. And in the back of her card, Harnfell, Horn of Bounty, you can discard a card, to exile the top 2 cards of your library, and you can play those cards this turn. So if you have lands kicking around in your hand you don't need, or really expensive spells, you can just pitch them and get more cards this turn. A little bit of sacrificing long term for short term, but sometimes you just need the short term to keep going. And then we have Morite of the Frost. This is the blue-green shapeshifter legendary in the alternate frame, and that looks really cool, really creepy, but really cool. Also, it's snow, so it better look cool. Haha, puns. Good times with puns. What's the coolest thing in Keldheim? Snow cards, because they have to be. Oh! Alright. Dad jokes aside, we'll keep moving. Hey, we got the squirrel! And if you ever want a legendary squirrel for your squirrel tribal, you have a legend for it. That's really cool. Granted, he's a 4-mana 1/1, can't be countered, indestructible. He attacks every turn, but whenever any of your creatures deal combat damage to an opponent, you draw a card. So he is an indestructible, uncounterable card draw engine. That seems really, really good. Really, really good. Well done. Alright. I don't think I'd seen this card. Been keeping up with spoilers for a while. Let's see. You exile a creature from the graveyard, you put 2 counters on a creature only as a sorcery. That's not bad, especially if you got extra creatures in your graveyard and you're not bringing them back anyway. Might as well turn them into counters. Alright. Yeah, don't be sad with creatures leaving your graveyard, especially if you can't do anything with them anyway. They're just value and things for you to use. Alright, got a Foretell token, Snow-Covered Mountain. Burning Rune Demon, because, you know, Demon Berserkers need more of those. Let's see, when this enters, you can search for exactly 2 cards not named Burning Rune Demon that have different names. You reveal them, and one of your opponents chooses one. You put one in your hand and the other in your graveyard, and shuffle your library. Well, man, I was talking about Muldrotha in the last video. Seems real good for that, too. Because in Muldrotha, you don't care if it's in your graveyard, you can cast it anyway. Whew. That seems really, really good. And just, yeah, 2 cards, whatever you want, as long as they're not named him. Because I guess they just don't want you to loop your Burning Rune Demons. That would be a little silly. Though you can flicker this if you want to get some really, really gross shenanigans going on. Alright, hey, there we go. I was looking for this guy, the Giant Wizard. The Giant Amulet in this set, which I believe he's wearing, actually comes on him. And he is a big, beefy boy who looks awesome. Got Arctic Tree Line. Ooh, we got a double rare pack, and this one's a foil. So we got foil Raven's Warning, and Sigrid, God-Favored. She has protection from god creatures, and when she enters, she has Flash. She can exile up to 1 attacking or blocking creature until she leaves. So that seems pretty good. When anyone's attacking you with something, just drop this down. Also, it has First Strike, so maybe you can block something too. Take something out by surprise. Got a Cole the Forge Master here, and some other very good cards. 2 cards that have 5-color activated abilities in them in this set. Actually, maybe more. Yeah, the color balance in this set, it's interesting, because, yeah, there are some 5-color shenanigans, but also they're clearly forcing a 2-color as well. So we'll see how those 5 colors do, especially in Limited, if you can get there. Alright, another Volatile Fjord. And Urge's Retribution. You make an angel, then your angels can tap and destroy a creature with power less than its power, and then your angels get double strike. That is gross. That is really, really good. Man, especially with the changelings, because, you know, hey, guess what? This is an angel too, because it is all creature types. That seems really, really good. So Angel Tribal, yeah, you want that. Pretty sure you want that. Alright. We are almost there. Almost through this box. I think we're at 6 left, including this one. Got another Human Warrior here. Rimewood Falls. Ooh, another double rare pack. So nice. Got a foil, Arnie Brokenbrow. And I believe he has a horn in his head. He does mention that he headbutted a troll. Maybe that's a troll horn that he decided to leave in his head just to prove how awesome he is. He also has many a drinking horn. Maybe those are made from the beast that he slays. He is a berserker after all. And then King Narfi's Betrayal. Oh! And we got a demon in the alternate frame. That looks really, really cool. Alright. I'm hoping we got some end-of-box spice here. We've had some good things in this set, but here's hoping for just a wee bit more. Alright, we got a Glorious Protector. 5-mana 3/4 flash flying. When it enters, you exile any number of non-angel creatures until this leaves the battlefield. This, friends, is board wipe protection. They play board wipe. You flash this in. Exile all your creatures. this dies, all your creatures come back. That's really, really good. Or if you're doing any kind of end of the battlefield shenanigans, that's really awesome. Also, Rainbow Wings. Looks really cool. I dig it. Double runes in this pack, and then Ascent of the Worthy. Alright. Keep moving along here. Almost done. Alright. Reminder card. Sulphurous Mine. Foil, Alternate Frame, Maja, Breading Guard Protector, and Crippling Fear, so another card just to help you with tribal decks. You pay 2 and 2 black, choose a creature type, and everything that is not that type gets -3/-3 until end of turn. So any tribal decks that are in black, probably a good include for you for a board wipe. Alright. 3 left. 3 left. Oop, I see a green token. I'm still hoping for a cat. There's one card here that makes cats. Nope, it's an elf warrior. Less exciting than the cool cat. That's alright. And another Ascendant Spirit. So you pay your snow mana into this, it will get very big, very quickly. Or if you turn it into a changeling, so it has all creature types, that will work just as well. You can speed up that process a little bit. Alright. Just a couple more. Snow-covered mountain. Oh, here we go. And people in the Commander community, they are scared of this thing. They are really scared of this thing. Tergrid, God of Fright. 5 mana, 4/5 menace. Well, menace, as we say in Commander. And then whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you can put that card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. So let's say they have an Evolving Wilds. They crack it to go find a mountain. You get Evolving Wilds. That's really, really good. And you just make them discard things, you make them sack things, very gross things are going to start happening. And then on the other side, her Lantern, target player loses 3 life unless they sack an online permanent or discard a card. If you're playing not Commander and you have a way to get the Lantern out and Tergrid at the same time, you're going to be having a good time. Your opponent, not so much, but you're going to be having a really good time at least. Alright. Final pack of the box. Let's see if we can grab another mythic in here. I think we're a little light on this box. Another Dwarf Berserker. They are just everywhere. They are multiplying. Alright, we got Search for Glory. Alright, so not a mythic, but it does let you tutor for a snow permanent, a legendary, or a saga. And you reveal it and put it in your hand, and then you gain a life for each snow you spent to cast the spell, so up to 3 life, just as a nice little bonus. And that is not bad, as they say. Alright, so this was box number 2 of Keldheim. Not too bad. Not as spicy as our first box, for sure. But not too bad indeed. So thank you so much for joining me here at Petrie's Family Games. Again, just want to remind you, you can get pre-release kits for Keldheim for $20. Plus, you're going to be getting a prize pack as well. That is through pre-release week. And then booster boxes are $104 through pre-release week. And don't forget, with that, you'll be getting your buy a box promo of Realm Walker as well in foil. But thank you so much for joining me here at Petrie's Family Games. It's been great, and y'all have a great day.